Thank you for joining us here on Live tonight. I am paired with my sister, Coco, who has come to talk all about logistics, shipping, and retail in Ghana. So, Coco, do you want to introduce yourself, tell the people a little bit about what you have going on?
Yes.
A little bit about you.
I know all you guys know me as Coco Strands TV, Coco, but I'm Larish McGee Clevy. And you guys, it's an exciting time right now. I am going to China in June. And yes, yay. But what that means is, you guys, that I am working with a very wonderful, wonderful person. He is Cameroonian, he's African, and he's fluent in Chinese and French, okay? And he contacted me to work with him because he knows I know a lot of people in Ghana that are building. I'm building myself with my husband. It's not easy, It's not easy,
At all, especially when you are looking at the price of things right now.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know I'm not trying to sell anyone on anything. I'm just letting you guys know that I am here to help you guys. For builders, people that are trying to build, we need to come together and get it from China, directly from China, okay? And we can help with that. We can help with logistics. We can help with the quality assurance. We can help with the freight. We can help with designs. We can help with location sourcing. And I'm going to be the boots on the ground for you guys while I'm there. I will be at a specific trade show in June, and I'm offering live video calls, phone calls. So if you guys are working on a home, you guys are working on anything that has to do with building in Ghana, basically I have a website, okay, that you could go on right now. Put your name, your email, and give me a list of what you need. And while I'm there, I'm going to source it for you guys. And I'm working with a company that's been in China for 10 plus years doing this already, okay? He has great connections, reliable resources, reliable vendors, reliable engineers. So we're going to cut out that middleman, those price gouging and a crawl. And you got a whole list of stuff from tile to tables to chairs to what else they need, Melanie, doors, cement, like anything that you need to build a home. Please contact me. I'm already going there, and we're going to get this done for you guys.
So essentially, it's literally anything that you could think of when it comes to construction. So anything that you might need, from something so minute to something so broad, right? So you're really just working to cover just like every aspect of building. And so right now, especially with the cost of things being so expensive here in Ghana, it's like some people are even just like, listen, I don't even want to build right now because the cost of building is too much money. It's like, are we in the States or what is happening here? Because it is through the roof. So I am just so delighted that we have you here on the channel to give us a better opportunity to purchase things at a lower cost, because it's important that people still have access to these different materials at a cheaper rate so that they can still move forward with building. Because it's already a lot. Like when you think about it, you have to purchase land.
A lot.
You're paying for that, cash. It's not like you're doing like a mortgage like we have in the States. So when you have all of these, so when you have all of these various out-of-pocket expenses, things add up very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to go small.
Exactly.
And then people don't even understand. You also have to literally do, because you have to do the outside of the house first. You have to make sure you have your water. You have to make sure you have your borehole. You have to make sure you have your sanitization. Where you go to the bathroom at, you got to make sure that tank is straight. Then you got to make sure you have some solar, some energy, and some power. Some people have to put poles in. You need internet. Like, it's so many things you have to do before you even start, working on the actual house. So, you guys, it's possible. Okay, don't think, that there's only an option of working with a contractor in a company and that you have to deal with their prices. They're just not telling you everything, obviously, because they want to make money. So I'm here for the average Ghanaian and diaspora African American who, let's say you're ready to give me a list of stuff and you want to just at least knock out the first 2 phases, you know, we can help with that. I can help when I'm there in China to have your list and to knock all that off, put it on the boat, put it on a plane, and have it shipped to you so that you can at least have your first 2 phase of everything you need to build, and you got that done, okay? And then it'll be cheaper because you will skip over the inflation, right? So a lot of times we wake up, you know, or whatever, you know, tile is this, and then the next week is this. Well, if I go down there to China for you guys and I source everything for you guys and we put it on the ship and you guys have it, you guys are gonna skip all of that. You're gonna skip over all that inflation because you bought it the first 2 phases of your house, or if you can, the whole house, and put it somewhere and put it in storage to sit into, you know, you don't have to go through that up and down the streets of Accra, up and down the road from, you know, Cebu, from Elmina, from Cape Coast, from Tema, you don't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth, okay? And then guess what? And if we all do it as a community and share these pods, that's even more savings. Okay. Also, Melanie, I want them to know that we go as far as even helping out with the documentation and everything. We analyze the market for them for their like what's best to buy at what time and what and how. So it's not just, you know, shipping. We're gonna really, after you build a house, you're gonna want a business, right? Okay.
Exactly.
So you have to have a business in Ghana, or let's say you want to employ someone. So also machines, guys, for processing, like for farms, because I know right now farming is getting more awareness in Ghana. So building, we can also do farming equipment, and it's not all very $20,000, you guys. In China, they have processing equipment for like, you know, $1,000, $1,200. Generators while you're building. You guys, there's been times where people receive generators that are not, they get off Alibaba and they're not what they say they are. Okay. 15 volts end up being 9 volts. I just had my friend go through that the other day. A Ghanaian here came and looked at it and he told the man, this is not a 15 volt generator. This is a 9 volt. And then he waited 3 months. The Chinese already got his stuff. So there's scammers everywhere. There's scammers in China. That's why we're going to be there on the ground and do quality control, quality inspections. We already have, you know, we're not going to play no games with that. We're going to be there on the ground. He got a sticker on it that said it was a certain company. It wasn't. And then by the time he gets it, it's 3 months later.
Right.
They already have your money and stuff like that. So yeah, so when we're there, we're going to make sure all of that stuff is, you guys are not going to have to go through that. So,
welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, African ATN, if I'm pronouncing it right.
We're going to China.
Welcome in, Martha. We see you all the way from Cali. Thank you for joining us tonight.
That's what
welcome in. Welcome in. You need a Ghana or Burkina Faso girl king face. Well, they're not here on the chat tonight, but they soon come.
Also, we servicing Burkina Faso. So if you guys are in Burkina Faso, yeah, we're servicing that area too. All of Africa. We are servicing all of Africa.
So now, Coco, you mentioned that you are in the middle of building, that you have a building project going on here in Ghana. So can you tell us a little bit how that's working out for you? What has your experience been with building here in Ghana?
Yeah, so building in Ghana, so I just want to let you guys know, I'm just not talking out of my neck here, that it's very hard. And sometimes you have to stop. And it's going good, though. We at least got the foundation down. We're up to lintel level. And so right now we take a break because you have to make sure that your business, you know, that we're making money in Ghana as well. Oh, I don't want to always be in America and have to leave my family and leave my husband all the time and go all the way back and come all the way back. So right now I pay attention to the market a lot and what's going on in the world. And you guys know what's going on with Trump, America, the tariffs with China. So that's why I'm kind of maneuvering to this to help, you know. And it's a good time right now because a lot of American companies have withdrawn their business from China. So China's bleeding right now, regardless if they want to admit it or not, they are. And they have stuff stacked all up on the ports, they're selling jeans for 15 to 34 cents each just to get rid of them. So, this is a good time. Africa can leverage this time right now to buy bulk, to start businesses, to build homes, to have someone on the grounds there. So I know firsthand how hard it is, you guys, what the guys have to go through to get products to the house. And so right now I'm at lentil level. And that's why I'm going as well, because my next 2 phases, I want to buy them in bulk. And I want to get it over with, and I want to get it at a discounted rate. So I was just thinking, like, you know what? Let me help. This is an Exodus thing. Like, let me not be selfish and keep this information for myself, like a lot of people do, and let me go on here and contact Melanie and let the people know that I'm going there. And yeah, I'm going to take on a headache probably because I'm going to have a whole bunch of people inquire. I've already had a lot of my friends already in the building. They're like, Coco, let me know when you get there. Like, I got y'all. Don't worry. I'm going to take it on. I'm going to do it. Now, listen, God is telling me it's my job. I'm going to do it.
I'm taking so have you actually utilized your resources to purchase these bulk items for your building at a discount rate?
Yeah. So what I did first, I'm going to be honest. I've done the beauty part first with him.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you've been doing more like retail beauty.
Yes. Okay. So he's been training. Yeah. So he's been training me. He found me on. Well, I found him first, and then he recontacted me because he kept watching my YouTube. He likes how I do things on YouTube, and then he started training me for this for the past 4 months for this. And I just I've been keeping a secret just to make sure. But then he's like, this is the time to strike because of the tariff situation. And he's like, just let the people know. But, sometimes it's hard to deal with people,
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Moses did it. Why not Coco?
Exactly. Why not?
Everybody know. Yeah, I'm just everybody
Hello, Nelly.
And help. And I got so everybody's like, Coco, yes, like, please let me know. Like, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and learn it and get it down. But yeah, so I started with the beauty stuff first. And because, I do beauty here in hair and wigs and all that here in cosmetics, all that. And I do it here in America. And that's how I make my money as well. And the logistics of that and all that with China. So, but now I have to move over to Africa. So I just bought farmland. A lot of people have been following me, and I want machines. I want to process, and I want to manufacture, and I want to hire Ghanaians, and I want to give back to the community in that way, and teach them how to manufacture, and teach them how to have their own farm, all the way from farming, harvesting to processing. Because they're just giving away their hard-earned harvests to the Chinese companies, and they're just giving them pennies. So after you build your home, you're going to want to start a business, right? Some people don't need to. Some people are retired. But some people are, they do want to invest in businesses and companies and stuff like that. I do know a really cool YouTuber by the name of Kenza Babe. I want to mention her too because she's really cool. She actually has her apartment. She's building a whole Airbnb situation, has multiple apartment units, right? If you guys go to Kenza Babe, she's on YouTube, and she's actually in the process of building right now. It's really cool. But she built a store on the bottom. So how cool is that, right? So in the middle of her property, she built a store. And she'll be able to sell products, and she's going to need those, at a great price, not a price gouging price, everything, just you guys, it's possible. Also sourcing, right? So let's say you go on Alibaba, you see something you like, you see some doors and some tiles that you love. You see gates that you love. You don't know about this place. Okay, just send me an email, and I'm going to go multiple times. This is going to be like my new thing. I'm going to go multiple times a year. Send me an email. Send me a list. I'll just source it out and look for you. You don't want to work for me, it's fine. But
I think your sound went out. Hello, chat. If you can let me know, can you hear her? Because I cannot. Hello, ATM. Oh, it's been so long. How are you? like your sound went out. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, someone says that you're on mute. Did you put yourself on mute? Oh, ATM. ATM says that you put yourself on mute. Or maybe you might have to go, maybe you might want to go out and come back in. Okay. She'll be back shortly. Yeah, she must have put herself on mute or something. But I loved what she was talking about. So she was basically saying that she's going to be traveling to China and she's going to be sourcing some products. And she was saying that, you know, because America and China is having this issue right now where, you know, America is basically like, listen, we're imposing these tariffs and China is not with it. So it's caused like, you know, this little war between China and America. And it's really, at this point, hurting China and the Chinese industry. And I'm hearing that a lot of Chinese businesses have even been closing down as a result of what has been going on. So she's really here to say that, listen, I'm willing to go source these products for you. Okay. Oh, you're back. Okay, perfect.
No, literally, I put my phone on not disturb and I'm being disturbed. Like, what's going on, Apple?
How does that work?
I just put it on not disturb. People calling me. How's that possible? What's going on?
Exactly. So I was explaining to them a little bit about how the tariffs have been, like, you know, hitting China hard, and as a result, they have took a big impact to their retail industry. And so I was explaining to everyone in the chat tonight that you are here to go and get these products at a lower cost.
Yes.
And, so that they're still able to, whether it's building, whether it's beauty, whatever industry that you're into, if you want it for personal use, not even if you have a store or anything like that, but even if you're considering moving into the retail industry, she's here to go right. She's going directly to China, and she's going to
I'm going on the I'll be there on the 18th to the 22nd, you guys, in June. I'll be in China.
Yeah, and that's so exciting. That's outside of Africa. I have always wanted to go to China, so I have.
Girl, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I'm excited for you.
So I wanted the people to know, just because things are not going good with tariffs in America, child, you got to pay attention to the market. You got to always read and see what's going on in the world. So that is good for Africa, honey. Hello.
Exactly.
No, you guys, I don't think people understand how much leverage we have right now with these prices, okay? If you are sitting on 10 G's right now, you can literally turn that 10 G's like 100,000 G's, $300,000 because of these prices right now that are going on in Africa. And you ain't got to use me. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. And not
so it's pretty much like China. Think of it as like China having like this massive sale right now because they're trying to get business.
Yeah, no, they're having a massive sale and they're bleeding and they're like, you should, like, okay, so me and the person that I'm going with, like, if people just came here, he's Cameroonian, my friend. He is fluent in Mandarin Chinese, 100% fluent, and French. He knows all three languages, so he kills it there, and they love the fact that he knows their language. That's very respectable for Chinese. They love working with people who know their language, okay? And he gets great deals, and he's training me to work with you guys, and so to help, you know what I mean? And I'll be there, and also I'm getting things that I need for the house, and I'm just letting you guys know that I'm gonna be there. And if you guys go to www.sanclevy.com, I have a landing page. You can put your name, your email, and all the things that you're interested in, okay? And it's SANKLEVI. I don't know if you could put that in the chat.
Yes, you can. I was just gonna say that if you can just
I'll
send
give
me
Melanie
links, I'll include it in the description.
Okay, I'll give Melanie all the links later for you guys, and then like an email. If you guys also want to just shoot me an email, okay? We'll have all that for you guys.
Okay, so I see a few comments coming through, so we can.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead. Let me
everyone's questions. Okay, so we have ATM says she can cut out the middleman by just going to the source.
That's what I'm doing. What are we talking about here? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to the source, and I'm letting people know that I'm going to the source, okay? You guys can go to the source. All y'all can get on the plane, and go to China. But You don't know the language. You don't know where you're going. You don't have any, you don't know who scammers or who are not. Go do your thing. I would just let you know that we were going to bypass all that. And I'm working with someone who's been there on the ground with the boots on for 10 plus years. He knows a lot of really amazing Chinese vendors, marketers, engineers that can engineer your idea from the beginning to the end. Like, you have no idea what he did for me beauty wise. It was amazing. Like, the stuff I was trying to find, my hair would come and be terrible. After I met him, honey, I had Coco does, I do well here. So I'll just let you guys know that there's no middleman, so that's what I'm just letting people know. Now's the time to go to China. If you don't have the time or you don't want to, I'll be there. So we can cut out this middleman that's charging us triple price.
Triple the price.
There's no middleman. That's why I'm here. We're getting rid of the middleman. I'm going to China. I'll just be there for you. That's it.
Exactly. Okay, we have another comment from Martha. She says that's a good idea. And then we have a comment from King Face. He says, I want to buy solar panels from China to Africa.
That's what we need to do. Yeah. So it's another thing, you guys can also go on Alibaba and look at a lot of things and write down some companies that you like, the numbers and that you like, and just message me, on the website and give me some information, some numbers, your budgeting, the kind you want. So do some research to make it a little easier so we can source for you at the right, make sure we get the right price point you want, the right kind. I know a lot of times, you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but you can also get solar water pumps,
I've heard of those.
To help with let's say, generators that are actually the generators that they say they are, So yeah. Any more questions?
Yes. So we have not a question, but more of like a statement.
Sure.
Okay. ATM says a going out of business sale.
Right. That's it. Going out of
saying that China is being shut down.
They're not going out of business, but they definitely are having a sale. So what's going on is they're just bleeding a little bit. Like, they're like, dang, America, businesses, they don't want to pay these tariffs. So imagine waking up and you have all of these clients and then like 40% of them are gone.
Right.
Yikes. So then you start doing things like they start contacting my, business partners like, look, we gotta get some people in here. Let's get our market from, South America in here. Let's get our Africans in here. And then we're not just gonna be like, yeah, okay. No, we're gonna be like, so that was 6,000. How about a nice 23? Or that was
exactly
a nice 1,200. Because guess what? Some of them have to at least come out even and not negative. So they're willing to. Their stuff is stacking up on the porch. You guys go to YouTube and punch it in. You guys can see for yourself. They are. This tariff thing is very bad. Okay, but what's bad here could be good for us here.
Exactly. So take advantage.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to let you know. Yeah. And do your own research too, you guys. Like the words say in the Bible. Just because a man tell you something, do your own research, child. And take a trip to China. Like,
Exactly. Okay, so we have another question from King Face. He says, what's the shipping cost to Africa?
Yeah, so those things I'm not going to go into, guys, because you said the shipping cost to Africa can vary so much. We'll be here all night. So I'm not going to go over prices of that. Just reach me. And I have to know, obviously, it depends on shipping freight on the boat, shipping freight in the plane. Some people go by weight. Some people go by quantity. Some people go by what you're shipping. If it's clothes, it's different from machines. If it has this type of chemical, you might have to do it this way. So I can't really answer that at the moment. So what I can do is say, email me or go on my website and give me more of a description of what that is. That's like saying, I want my hair braided. And then you just stop. And then the hairstylist is like, do you want one braid, two braids? Do you want a cornrow? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want it this way? Do you want to design? Like, so you have to be a little more descriptive and we have to know exactly what you want, So machines is totally different than porous things, food. Hopefully I answered that question.
So I just kind of wanted to touch on something that we spoke about backstage. And you suggested that if you can get a group of people, say maybe like 10 or more people to come together and ship together, and it would for sure give you a lesser cost when it comes to shipping because you're coming together. And this is something that I constantly am speaking about on the channel, on TikTok. I'm always talking about unity. And it's so much more difficult to try to do things on your own. But when you come together with 2 or more people, and even the Bible talks about this, right? But when you come together with two or more people and you're working together for the same common goal, it makes it a lot more affordable, number one, because you're not bearing the cost of shipping all on your own, but you're spreading out the cost of it, so it makes it a lot more affordable. And at this stage in our lives, with everybody trying to build and bring, get the most cost-effective products, it's a lot easier when you can work together as a team, as opposed to just trying to do it by yourself. And we have to get out of that mindset, because I think all of, in our community in general, we're just used to being so divided and kind of doing things on our own. But lean on your brother and sister for help. Like, if you know somebody else that's building, you got 10 other people that's building, come together and get those products. Preach.
Okay, we gotta preach wrong. Period. Now, no, he's really telling the truth, you guys. And I've noticed that we still are bringing that into Africa. I think even some Ghanaians do that. Like, I used to ask certain people, like, how come you don't get 1,000 CDs? You don't get 1,000 CDs. You don't get 1,000 CDs. Bring it together, get some land, and we start a farm, or we start building Airbnb. Like, people always want to do it themselves. They don't trust anyone. Like, you guys, that's why Chinese and Lebanese are dominating. Because guess what? There's like 20 of them get together and put together $1,000, and that's how they be building all this stuff. Y'all think they they don't be rich like that. They just all have a community to where they all understand, they all trust each other, and they all do what they're supposed to do. They have meetings, they have understanding, they have a commitment, and they do it together. And yes, we can knock down shipping costs if we all share and all order at the same time. Let's say we all want to order phase 2, up to phase 2, phase 1, phase 2. Let's get together and have meetings and pull out a bulletin and say, okay, we're going to have a large Zoom. Let's all get this order for this time. We have a 3-month time frame where everybody gets in their order, everybody gets in what they want, and we're going to be a part of shipping A. So that's what I want to bring to you guys, is what we offer to you guys. So the sea freight, so we have a FCL one, which is a full container load, okay? Secure, dedicated containers for your cargo. We also have a LCL, which is a less than container load. So don't be stressed out. We're very flexible, okay? Efficiency, reliable timing, and you guys can track your shipping. You guys can track it just like Amazon from the States. So you can track it. So we're going to offer you guys to be able to track everything. Your stuff is not going to be in Spain somewhere and getting lost and you don't know where it's at. If you're sitting there waiting, since it's coming on a ship, you guys are going to be able to track it to know what is going on. Okay, so, and also, we also have things available okay, so I used to be a USDA inspector at a food plant, right? So we have that there. We have someone that'll look at the process from the beginning stages all the way to the end. So you guys don't have to be afraid of that. And let's say also, Melanie, did you have any more questions there? Because I wanted to get...
I do. So I see a question from Kingfish. He says one day, well, not a question, more of a statement, but he says, one day Africa will mass produce everything we get from China. And Kingfish, you know what? This is my hope for the continent of Africa. I pray that one day very quickly, we get to this point where we don't have to go outside of Africa to get the things that we need. That's I'm hoping, the way things are moving along so quickly for the continent, I'm pretty sure we will see that within the next few years, where we're able to get a lot of these things from Africa, and people will be running and flocking to Africa to get all of these things that they have been getting from China. So yes, I'm praying that happens rather sooner than later, because we need to start keeping the money in the continent. We need to start utilizing the resources that we have here that have been getting plundered for centuries from the Western countries, and they've been taking advantage and living life up while Africa has been starving and deep need. So yeah, I pray that one day soon we get there very quickly.
Yep, it starts with us. It's really easier than you think. I mean, it's not easy all the way, but it's not. It's just really you just come together as a community and do it, and it's so much easier. And like he said, that's what I was literally leading into that statement right before you said that. That's what I was really getting into. I was getting into that. We also have the connections for mass production. So let's say you have an idea, okay, and you're wondering, how can I get this engineered, manufactured, designed, mass produced and shipped here? We can do that, okay? Or another one I'm going to during that week is I'm going to a machine conference, okay, which is for farmers, for manufacturers, for mass production. That's where I'll be at also. One of those days I will be at, and I'll be going video. I already have some clients, about 5 clients that have paid me $50 to actually give them a whole hour time for them, or a couple hours just for them to shop a few things. But anyway, and then you can mass produce in Ghana. Why in future? Why can't it be within 3 to 4 months? You can mass produce. You can mass produce within the next 3 or 4 months. Why?
Once we have the capital, that's all we need. Once Africa, more and more African countries start getting on board with taking back these resources that have been stolen for so long, it's going to be easy for us to mass produce whatever, rubber, all of these things that come from Africa anyway. Because even China has to get these basic necessities in order to produce whatever it is they're producing. So, when you look at it, they're still coming through Africa. No matter how you slice the pie, it always originates in Africa. But unfortunately, Africa is not making or seeing any of that residual income from all of their, basically free labor. Because
I just think, I just think another thing is we just don't know how vital and important we are, and that the world will cease to exist or make money without Africa, or African Americans, or diaspora, or Caribbeans. Anyone of melanin descent, Caucasians know that they have no business after that, okay? So what you guys need to understand is we are the influencers, which is the people that put it on and wear it and use it. Usually they pay us to make it hot. And if we produce it and we put our image on it, you can't lose. Come on. So the new Met Gala right now, the one that just happened with the most melanated people in it ever, has surpassed in a bad, this is actually a bad time people spend money. It's actually been the most profitable Met Gala in history in 77 years. And that's because of the African influence, the African American influence, the African Caribbean influence. If you did not check out the Met Gala, which is one of the top African costume designers, just won an Oscar. And this is also, we can source fabrics, okay? African, clothes, fashion is in the billions, you guys, right now, okay? That industry is in the billions. And the Met Gala has just had the most successful Met Gala in 77 years because of our melanin, okay? So that just lets you know we come together just like a corporation, and we have a team, and everyone plays their part. We can go there. I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing. Y'all don't have to use me. I'm just letting y'all know this is a marketing time. This part alone in the market. At this time is the best time to use China while they're, while it's time to leverage them, while they're bleeding.
And that's kind of, I want to piggyback off of that too, because that's exactly right. Like, use the opportunity for what it's good for.
That's all I'm
If we know that the cost of goods, and if we know that the cost of goods are through the roof, especially when it comes to building, then why not use that cheaper option in the moment to be able to get ahead? Because you have to start from somewhere. So if you can get things at a very affordable rate, especially when it comes to building, and you can build your house or build your building projects that you have going on and be able to save on the dollar and not have to break the bank to do it, why not take advantage? Why not take advantage of that? Because ultimately, while you're bringing in these different these various sources from China, you're building yourself up in Africa at the same time. So eventually, you're not going to need China. You can be able to cut out, and we'll have our own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we know that. I mean, obviously, we know, in the future, we're going to be the best at it. I mean, come on. We already are. We just have to know that for ourselves. I think, I think colonization has played a major role on our psychology within Africa as well. I know a lot of people, Africa does have culture, but I think people fail to realize that they are very much colonized as well, like really bad. So I think the Exodus, I wanted to show both sides where we learn from them and they learn from us. They do need to learn more business. And that's the fact that they have everything that they need and everyone doesn't need to leave. But it's okay to leave because, yes, leaving does help you with the capital, right? So I also don't like that where people are like, oh, you have everything here. No, sometimes it is good to work in America and bring back the capital. Okay, let's be real. But let's do that and work together so it's not so strenuous. You guys don't have to do it alone, okay? You don't have to you don't have, like the guy said before, the middleman to me is just like, to me what a middleman is doing it alone. I think that's more than paying someone to help you. People think that's always a bad thing. It's not, because sometimes you can bypass scammers and all this poor quality stuff. And paying someone can actually help you. Sometimes the middleman is very needed. But the middleman, to me, that hurts us more or less is being alone. To me, is what is worse than having a middleman. Is being
alone. That's always been our biggest downfall, is trying to do everything.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
I got it. I don't need nobody help. I got this.
Because I bet y'all, a lot of y'all sitting there just looking at the media in America and feeling like the world is ending with your money and that there ain't no hope and all that. I bet you some of y'all have felt that way instead of really knowing what's going on in the market. Like, really, no, it's actually a good time right now. You got $1,000, you can even do something with $1,000. Believe me. So let's get 10 of us. Especially if 10 of us got $1,000. The Chinese folks love the number 10,000.
Right. Exactly.
You can lock down with $10,000. You got 10 of us got $1,000. You get yourself here to keep split and make 10,000 off of that in some way. Especially if you got a plan, honey. So yes, that's all I really wanted to say, you guys. And we can answer some more questions, Melanie, because I'm about to look at a couple more things to mention. So if there's any more
so we don't really have any more questions, but we have Gina who is saying good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining our live chat on this evening. Thank you for being here. You could be anywhere else in this whole entire world, but you're right here with us tonight. So thank you so much. And going forward, I have made a commitment, y'all. I have decided that I am going to be going live on the channel every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going into the second week. First week that I'm doing both sessions, but this is my first real week where I'm doing Wednesday, and then coming Sunday, we'll also be going live. So I'm trying to stick to this schedule, stick to this routine, and I'm really trying to build a community because at the end of the day, like I just said, we all have been trying to do things for so long on our own, and it's been a lot more difficult, and they are able to even further keep us divided because we're doing things alone. So the moment that we come together and we start working together as a family, then things will become so much more easier for us. It will be like slicing butter, okay? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
greetings,
so
Anais, greetings. Let me bring you up on stage. Greetings. Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight.
I wanted to say that you are so needed, and I love the Burkina Faso live that you have with the ambassador and his interpreter, and that was just so inspiring, and it was so exciting. I'm also going to Burkina Faso to visit, period. I'll definitely be doing that. I've also want to do that, and I'll be doing that after China. But anyway, and keep going. And like I told Melanie, you guys, she's gonna be the next Oprah on here, okay? Yes, I enjoyed that. I really did. I enjoyed it. That was so informative. I loved it. I had no clue it was that easy. I was like, really? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And thank you for having me today. Thank you for putting me on your platform. I just want my people to know what's available because, I love researching and I love traveling the world and I love deals. And I just want everyone to know that I am here to help. Okay. That's all. I'm here to help.
So moving forward, right after this live ends, if you could just send me all of the details and I'll post it in the description.
Sure.
So everyone who has tuned in, or if you watch this on replay and you have any questions or you need further information, be sure to reach out to Coco directly and she got you covered. She will answer any and all questions that come her way. So please feel free to reach out to her. As I mentioned before, I'm not sure if when I post the link in the description, if it will be a clickable link. Hopefully it will, but if it's not, be sure to copy and paste that link into your web browser and it will work just the same.
I'll teach you how to I'll teach you how to make it
final
clickable.
thoughts? Uh-huh.
I said I'll teach you how to make it clickable all the time.
Okay. Oh, great. Yes. Yep. I'm still working on it. We do have a video manager here on the channel, so I think our last video was able to make it clickable, but I have to go back and double check.
I think you did have it. But my last thing I just want to say is, you guys, if you want to contact me, I'm going to have the website. It's just www.sandclevy.com, and you can email me. And I'll be in China June 18th through the 22nd. So I just want to let them know. So if you guys have some time to jot down some things, to research if you like, a good thing to do is go on Alibaba and look. And if you like a company and you like what they are talking about, you like the prices, you like the quality, just make sure that it is what it is, and you guys can message me and we'll make sure it is what it is. And that's really all I'm here to do for you guys. That's all.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And maybe we'll have to do this again. Maybe if you can have your partner come on and maybe get more into detail.
Yeah, so that's, Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. So maybe we can have a day to where we could go live at the actual, one of the days that I'm there.
That would be great. That would be fantastic because I was vicariously through you in China because I've always wanted to go there.
Like, just Law will be in China. Like, come on.
Okay. Stop. All over the continent. Stop playing with her.
We can do that, and then you can meet him. You guys, he knows 3 languages. He's totally awesome. You guys can meet him. Yep.
That would be great. That would be fantastic. So we'll definitely off camera have to get a and arrange.
Okay.
That would be beautiful. All right. Yes. Thank you for thank you for being on the channel tonight. And a big thank you to all of you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Okay. Good night.
Bye.